Hey everyone, it's Yvonne Glazos here from the Eating Disorder Recovery Hub, and today's topic, trying to recover from an eating disorder in a society that prizes thinness. Oh my God, how hard is it? It is difficult, and I had someone ask me this because they've gone back to work and there's a lot of people talking about being thin, being on diets, what they look like, and it's making it seriously hard for them to recover. Well, this is everywhere, right? The focus on being thin is so distracting that I think it's the very way that, and I'm talking about this from the perspective that most people that suffer with eating disorders, most are women. So a high percentage. So I think that a way that society keeps you, particularly you women, from being brilliant, from stepping into your beauty, and I mean inner beauty. I don't mean aesthetic beauty. I think that's part of our beauty, but not all of it. It is keeping us from stepping into our brilliance, right? So whilst women continue to focus on what they should look like, they never actually step into their who they're actually meant to be. And it can be so difficult when you're trying to recover, because what you're trying to do is actually not listen to that shitty little voice in your head telling you that you need to look the way we're told we need to look, like a bird on the cover of a woman on the cover on a magazine. And it's like, really? You know, do we really all have to look like that? Because it's just, you know, bullshit, to be honest. So I love that there is a whole heap of work going on around body image. I hate using the word plus size models, because I just think they're models. They're just not, you know, the usual look that are on a runway, but they're beautiful women. We all have to learn to embrace that. Now, how do you recover when all of society prizes thinness? And so most of the eating disorder is telling you that you should be thin. Well, that's the very essence of an eating disorder. You think that if you are thin, then you will be happy. Well, newsflash, that is bullshit. And it is a way that you keep distracted from what's actually true for you, for your life, for what you are destined to be doing. Now, I'm going to say that you can't just ignore it. I get that. But if you can stay true to what your aim is, and your aim is to be recovered, is to be free of the eating disorder. Now, if that's your aim, it is really important not to buy into all the conversations going on about the next diet, about how much exercise you're doing, about gym memberships, about what you look like, because the reality is that every ounce of energy that you put into that keeps you from having the life you want. It keeps you from being able to embrace who you are. And yes, part of that is what you look like, but it keeps you from your brilliance. That is what I really want to encourage you to know, that whilst you get focused on thinness and what society tells you should look like, you never actually get to experience love, relationships, and life in general the way you could, right? So that is different when you're actually focusing on who you are, how you connect with other people, and not just on what you look like. Your life will transform in ways you can't even tell at the moment. So how do you actually recover? How do you recover in this society that focuses solely on what you look like? Prizing thinness. Well, you have to know that there's a lot of frustration for many people, and if you can pull yourself out of those conversations, pull yourself away from them, and actually realize that that is just some bullshit that we've been fed in order for, well, there's lots of industries that feed off that, but you can recover despite all of the shit that is going on in the media that tells you should look a certain way, that you need to lose all this weight, or to, you know, have a certain body. You can still recover. Now, it means getting to focus on the inside. It means getting to focus on How do I communicate better? How do I actually learn to say no when I want to? How do I learn not to be a people pleaser? How do I learn to regulate my feelings? None of that has anything to do with what you look like. So if you really want recovery, you have to know that the things you're going to need to focus on are on the inside of you. Yes, the inside, not your face, not your thighs, not your stomach, not your body, but on the inside. And they're the skills that we will continue to help you to build. But I really want you to know that focusing on thinness, that staying obsessed with thinness because society tells you to, is going to keep you stuck. The more we can actually have real fucking conversations about what eating disorders are about, and they're not just about how you look, okay? That is one of the biggest myths and a biggest load of bullshit that we are fed, that somehow that media and TV and all of that is responsible for eating disorders. Sure, it has an impact, but it is not at the core of eating disorders. So I'm going to leave it there for the moment. I'm going to encourage you, anytime you feel yourself getting pulled into these conversations with other women or other people about how you look and needing to weigh a certain weight or wear certain clothes, that really it's about getting real with the conversations. Okay, bye for now.